Hi guys, today I'll be talking about the excessive sweating of the palms and the feet. It's a condition called hyperhidrosis. Mostly it comes through because of nervousness or maybe the temperatures, but unlike a normal person who when the environment is hot, they sweat the entire body, the face, maybe you can see sweat dripping. For us it's actually different. It's about the palms and the feet. Trust me, it gets uncomfortable. I've been through it all. I've been sweating from since as young as I can remember. I've always been sweating, and then it became too uncomfortable. There was a time I was so insecure. I was feeling it was driving me crazy. It was really taking a toll on me and on my self-esteem and me as a person. And I think I remember my mother telling me it's because I keep thinking about it too much that it happens. And then she was telling me, just stop thinking about it and it won't happen. But she said it as if it was so easy. It's not like I'm thinking about it, it just happens. But then I came to realize something. I came to actually, it's almost as if I've mastered it. I've come to master it, by the way. And then for people like us, don't go rushing to the treatments that they keep advertising out there. There's a treatment called it's something like electrocuting, something like that. There's also the one that they operate you, and then I think they cut or maybe they stop some of the nervous systems so that they mess with something around there so that you don't sweat anymore the way you used to sweat. But then trust me, it will have a side effect. If you're not sweating your palms and your feet anymore, maybe it will go to somewhere where you didn't want it to be. Maybe it will start being the armpits, and then it will be just so excessive, and then you'll be wondering, why did I even do this to begin with? So for me, I actually went to the doctors because it was just taking a toll on me, and my mother decided, okay, well, how about we just go to the doctors and know once and for all what's all about. And so we went, and the tests were done, and after some days the results came back, and guess what? The results were normal. It was a thyroid test, and the results were very normal. So the doctor told me it seems it's hereditary, of which I think it's really hereditary because I think my cousin also sweats like that. She's a female, and I think there's someone else on my father's side who sweats like that. And you know what the doctor told me? The doctor told me, you just have to keep wiping. I said it as if it's so easy. Okay, in our class when I was in high school, I knew a girl whose condition was actually worse. Her sweating was worse. Mine, I can actually control it. I think anyone can control it. Even you can control it. So today what I'm going to be talking about is how we can actually deal with this. Because I'm 21 right now, yeah? So I have, let's say, 19 years of experience. Okay, my whole life of experience. And I've come to get some hacks, some hacks. So one, I'll be talking about one thing that helps. It's this medicine. I don't know whether you can see it well. It's a powder. I think all powders work, but not really all. This one is called Clotrimazole. Candid powder, yeah. Candid powder. Just search it. The bottle looks like this. A blue cup. When you see something like this, yeah, this one is the one. This is the one. Because of the camera, I think it's reversing the words, so you can't really see it well. But it works. Every day before I go to class or before I go somewhere where there's no people, because maybe people cause me to have that. I get nervous around people, but I usually use it. Yeah, I usually use it. I put some on my palms, and then I rub them together, and then I put some on my feet before wearing my socks, and then I wear my shoes. And females who have this problem, trust me, I know what you go through, because I can't really wear heels anytime I want. I think that's something that whoever is going to be with me in the future will have to do it. They'll have to accept me for who I am, because I can't wear heels for your own amusement when I'm not even comfortable wearing them, because I'll be sliding out of those shoes literally. Or maybe we may go somewhere and then you're wondering, where did this one pass? It's like I have mud on my feet instead of just dust, because the sweat accumulates, comes so fast, you know. So that is my first coping method. The second one is I drink chamomile tea, Melvins Chamomile tea. It helps to calm me down. There's also Ashwagandha. Yeah, I've always heard of Ashwagandha. It's always been, you can search its benefits. It has such benefit, and one of its benefits is that it helps you to calm down, to relax, to reduce anxiety. Because once you're nervous, once you're anxious, you start to sweat and to sweat and to sweat, you know. And that's also another thing. You try not to think about the situation that you're in. If it's a nervous situation, if you're someone who listens to music, try listening to music. Try to calm down, try to breathe in, try to relax. Another thing that causes anxiety is not sleeping. Having irregular sleeping patterns. It usually messes with the brains, which messes with the hormones, which messes now with you. So I usually try, okay, I love watching at night, but I usually try to make sure that I sleep enough hours and I sleep at regular patterns. It helps, because I notice when I have not slept enough, I am usually anxious, my mind is overdoing, my mind is running 100 miles per hour, and ultimately it leads to sweating. Another thing, if it's hot, don't wear too many clothes. Just wear lightly. In most cases, actually, usually wear lightly, because I can't imagine sweating at every situation. And also, another thing, a very good hack that I realized that I should always learn to keep my mind occupied, to always have something greater in my mind, you know, something bigger that I'm focusing on. At no one point should I be idle, like totally idle. I should always be trying to learn something new. Okay, let me explain this further. For now, what I'm actually doing as my hobby is reading novels. Reading novels helps me to calm down, because my mind is thinking about something else, you know. My mind is not centered at one place. I'm thinking about something else. You can also try watching movies that have like big plots. Also, you can try watching documentaries. You can try just learning something. You know, what we're trying to do here is to keep our mind occupied from the fact that we usually have this problem. Another thing, your social circle matters, because if the people around you also influence you, the people around you, if they're supportive, you won't have any problem being yourself, because sometimes you really can't control it. Sometimes you're going to be sweating, but once long, maybe you have a friend, and the friend next to you says, okay, it's fine, don't be scared, it's not a big deal, I will greet you, it is fine, don't worry, you know. It also boosts your self-esteem and you're able to relax. But once you're next to people who don't really accept you for you are, who maybe talk about it as if it's something negative, it's something you can just get rid of, you become even more hyper-focused, hypersensitive, and then it just gets worse. But mostly, all I'm really saying is, and also, at the end of the day, make sure you have an handkerchief to wipe it, to wipe your hands. I also saw something like the alcohol-based, they're called what? Wipes, yeah. The alcohol-based wipes. Or maybe when you sweat too much, you can also go to you can also wash your hands and dry them well. Wash with that detergent, the one that usually makes you feel squeaky clean, you know. And then you dry your hands. Sometimes it's also about the weight and everything. Try to keep fit, try to remain fit, you know. Try to avoid too much salt also, because it results to sweating a lot. But at the end of the day, we are the masters of our own bodies. At the end of the day, we can control it, we can do it. It's not easy, I know it's difficult, I've done it my whole life, but you can make it. Also, another thing, you can always make sure wherever you are, you have good ventilation. There's free air flowing in and out. There's like wind. As long as there's wind, you can be able to calm down, it will evaporate and you'll be safe. You'll be good to go. Yeah. Mostly, some people assume like it's a must you have soft hands like mine so that you can be sweating. Trust me, no. I've met some people with really, really tough hands, from all the hard labor, all the tilling lands, and they still sweat. So it's a condition. Remember, there's the powder, there's the chamomile tea, there's Ashwagandha, there's trying to keep your mind occupied, taking on hobbies, relaxing, practicing breathing techniques, keeping a good and a positive social circle, and it will be alright. I trust and believe in us. We're strong. We've come so far because this, not many people talk about this condition, by the way, because not many people suffer from this, and the people who do, it's not like it's not a condition, and the people around them, they always assume like maybe it's normal, but it's not normal. To the people who are sweating, actually, they're so hyper focused, so hypersensitive, and they're always wondering, is it really normal? There's a lot of self-doubt, but I want to tell you that you're not alone. We are many. If you suffer from this, feel free to comment, and we shall help each other and shall conquer it. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I'm saying that we'll actually make it. We'll do it. In case of any questions, you may also feel free to ask. Yeah.